So Parker is 19. He has a chromosome abnormality, which has caused him to have severe disabilities, both cognitively and physically. So he normally walks and he's verbal. We know what he's saying, and the people that know him well know what he's saying. He's very funny. He's got a great sense of humor, don't you, Parker? So it's been really hard to see him so sad in here because normally he's very spunky and loud and funny. So yeah, it's just been tough. Parker had a fever and body aches, which we thought was just kind of a normal illness, for about a week before we ended up here. His fever broke, but he was very cold. I kind of snuggled him into bed and then went back to check on him an hour later, and he was almost unresponsive, breathing very heavily. I tried to sit him up and he was just kind of very limp. So I called 911, and our EMT team in Story City showed up really fast, thankfully, and got him stabilized. And the Mary Greeley ambulance came shortly thereafter and got us here very quickly. Dr. McCoy was the doctor on call that night, or in the ER, and he was absolutely phenomenal. And came in and told us that Parker was very sick, and so he had to be transported to ICU. We tried to keep him on the BiPAP and stabilize him that way, but it just wasn't working, and so he had to be intubated at that time. And I think we almost lost him at that moment because his blood pressure dropped so low. But thankfully they stabilized him and sedated him, and he was intubated for a week. We tried several times to extubate him, and he just wasn't strong enough day after day. And then finally last Saturday, we tried again and decided that he was strong enough to come off, and he came off the ventilation tube with no oxygen and just was amazing. We had some wonderful staff. Haley in the ICU was our nurse for several days in a row, which was wonderful to have that consistency in care. The respiratory therapists were all great at listening to me and answering my questions, and the nursing staff and the respiratory therapists in the ICU were absolutely amazing. They were so supportive and just very knowledgeable, and kept me informed of everything and answered my questions and really cared about us and about Parker. Going home feels amazing, I think, especially for Parker. He is very good at understanding things when we talk to him and follows directions really well, but I think he doesn't quite understand what's going on. And that's hard because you want him to understand, but I know that he's scared, and he's very routine oriented, so he wants to go home and he wants to go back to school so bad. He keeps saying it's time for school. But his wonderful staff at school have come to visit, and he has a collection of cards from his classmates, and yeah, they've been very supportive. So I think I've felt really great about the care that we've received here.